Hello traders, and welcome to another day of Euro 2020 tournament and another set of correct score trades that I will be managing and working on. Again, before we start, just to recap on what happened yesterday. We had three games, ended the day in a profit. Interestingly, all three games ended on my target scores. So Ukraine, North Macedonia ended 2-1. Netherlands against Austria ended 2-0. And the third game also hit the target score. I mean, Denmark against Belgium. The timings of these goals was not perfect, so I had to protect my bank a little bit, but in the end, secured some profit overall. The first game is Sweden against Slovakia, and when I look at Slovakia, this brings up painful memories from the first game. Not because of the trade, because the trade was the correct score trade was more than good. But Poland lost. It was a shocking defeat, and technically, it will be close to impossible to make something out of this tournament after that defeat. But anyway, Sweden against Slovakia. So yeah, for some facts. So Slovakia, this opener win versus Poland gives them a chance of sealing progression to the round of 16. And looking at the fact that Spain are the final group opponents, a point in this match will likely see them qualify. So they would fight at least for a draw with the Swedes. Sweden, on the other hand, they travel to St. Petersburg, as this is where the game will be played, in high spirits. They managed to hold on to the point against Spain. If you saw the game, you know that they were dominated for long periods of that game, but in the end, we saw no goals in this match. And so, again, a victory here for Sweden would likely see them qualify as one of the best ranked third placed sides at the very least. So yeah, both teams have a lot to play for. We can see Sweden being 195 favorites to win, and the market is not expecting goals that much. Yeah, 2.62 you can see for the overs. So anything above 2 goals is would be considered a small surprise. So we would need to build the trade around 1 or 2 goals with a little bit of insurance, because 3 goals and more will have a very juicy odds. And we can have a look. The correct score market expects, as you can see, 0-0, actually 1-0, 1-0, 1-1, and 0-0. These are the lowest odds on the market, and this is the expectation. So before we select the scores, let's have a look at the last results. So yeah, so Sweden against Spain 0-0. And just to remind the 3 friendlies that they had before the tournament, they defeated Armenia 3-1, Finland 2-0, and Estonia 1-0. And earlier they beat Kosovo 3-0. And Slovakia won 2-0 against Poland, and earlier they had a 0-0 draw against Austria, 1-1 drew against Bulgaria, and then 2-1 win against Russia. Both teams last met in 2018, so not much to look at. Not much to look at there. Just for the record, the game ended in a 1-1 draw, and yeah, I think Sweden has more chances to get on top in this match. So what I would do in this game is I would go with, and let's do some what if scenarios. We can do 2-1, 2-0, and 1-1. There won't be a, yeah, let's see. So that would be our starting position. Do we think? Yeah, Sweden is a very solid team, and very good defensive team. So I don't think Slovakia will have many chances to score a goal, and I think 1-1 is enough to cover a scenario where both teams score. The only thing to be considered is to back 1-0 to Sweden here, but that, you know, if we back 1-0, then and at these odds, we would be backing looking at a very small profit. So it depends on how you want to play this one and how much risk you want to take. I'm ruling out 0-0, yeah, I think I would rule out 1-0 as well, and start with 1-1, 2-0, and 2-1. And instead, we can do something else. If we go, let's say 1-0 for Slovakia, how would that change things? So 19, 28 to 24 liabilities. It will be more difficult to cover this in play, because laying this in play will probably eat all the profit. So yeah, here is what I'll do. I think that maximum that Slovakia can score in this game is 1 goal. That's max, and Sweden will, I think, score 1 or 2 goals, and that's it. So I will start with 3 scores, and I will go with 2-0, 2-1, and 1-1, and yeah, try to manage this in play. If Sweden takes the lead, then another goal for any side will put us in a good position. If Slovakia takes the lead, yeah, I think Sweden will have many chances to make it even. And if it is 1-1, the market will expect 2-1. So we will be able to lay some of that as well if we need to. We can consider 1-2. I mean, the odds are 20. But I think such a score is very unlikely. I mean, Sweden stopped Spain. Spain couldn't score, so I don't see Slovakia suddenly scoring 2 goals against Sweden. So yeah, 3 scores for me at the very start. Good luck if you decide to follow. I'll again try to manage this in play, and we'll see what the result is. Thank you and have a good day.